and that is the Ghislaine Maxwell conviction. You know, she was convicted of sexually abusing and exploiting those minors. She's facing up to 65 years in prison when she's ultimately sentenced. But if you remember in the trial, there was a juror who was particularly impactful in the trial because that juror himself had suffered from sexual abuse as a child. And, of course, the big issue that came up after the trial was that juror had not revealed on the jury questionnaire. It says, do you or anyone basically in your close family suffered from sexual abuse? And he checked the box no. Yeah, he actually put an X through the box, no. And his explanation for it was that he was just flying through the questionnaire and just, didn't think of it in response to that answer. And so, of course, Ghislaine Maxwell's attorney says, okay, we got something here. We had a juror who lied on the jury questionnaire. We're going to get a new trial. That's not fair. That's not right. And, of course, we told you here on the show, we said don't expect that to happen. Don't expect there to be a new trial after a full criminal jury trial. The standard that has to be met to set that aside is very high. And lo and behold, what's happened, the judge has now questioned this juror about the situation and has determined that this juror's failure to correctly respond on the questionnaire is, quote, highly unfortunate but not deliberate, and that juror 50 harbored no bias toward the defendant, Ghislaine Maxwell, and could serve as a fair and impartial juror. So now that motion for a new trial in that case has now been denied. Now, of course, all this will be appealed, and we know Ghislaine Maxwell's attorneys intend to appeal, but that's the latest in the saga. And, of course, if you listen to the Morgan Streetman show, you would have known that that was the likely outcome of that particular motion, about 2 months ago when it first was made.
Where is she spending her days right now?
Well, she's in jail right now. Yeah.
I mean, what state?
It's up in New York. She's up in that jail up there in New York that's attached to the Second Circuit, I believe. I mean, the true answer to your question is, Pat George, I don't know. I didn't track down where she is being held currently as an inmate, but I was assuming that it's still in the same place.
I was just wondering if she was in the same jail or prison as...
Could she be in the same cell as Epstein? I mean, that wing with the faulty cameras, they still haven't fixed those, by the way. Those are faulty on purpose, right? So, yeah, watch out for Ghislaine to commit suicide particularly if she doesn't win her appeal. But anyway, now we don't believe in the suicide angle on a lot of these things. It's just too convenient. It's like that pimp over in Paris, France, that was Epstein's pimp, the head of that French modeling agency. And, of course, he hung himself in Paris. Again, nobody watching. Cameras are off. Oh, shoot, sorry, we forgot to check last night. And, well, lo and behold, he wound up hanging himself, just like Epstein, right? So that's what we could expect more of. Thank you for listening to the Morgan Streetman Show. We hope you enjoyed what you heard, and if you did, please click like and subscribe to help us out. And remember that we recommend that you exercise your brain at least once a week.